Okay. All right, we're recording. So hey everybody, I am Daniel Placke. I am a second semester senior here at Elmsville. This is my second and final internship. Again, I did one with Luffy's Athletic. Essentially, I was in the same role as assistant director of leagues and club programming. Um, Essentially, what that means is that with leagues, I help set up every morning. I field marshal, which is essentially just putting out fires, making sure everything's going well. Um, and then with club programming, I work in three different programs: technical training, star program, and rookies program. They're all three different levels. I'll go into that later, and I'll go into my roles as well. Let's see. Next. So here's an overview of Leaf Hughes. Not necessarily what my internship is, because we'll talk about that with the roles and responsibilities later. So Leaf Hughes claims herself, and this is straight off the website, they claim to be the premier St. Louis youth sports club for soccer, lacrosse, and football, with teams, leagues, tournaments, camps, and training. There weren't comments on the website. I took it straight off the website. I think that does embody what they are. Their mission, again, straight off the website, we aim to develop players to maximize technical and tactical game understanding while building teams that achieve consistent success at the highest levels. And that definitely goes for true. Fuse wants to be the best club in the area, whether that's, the academy, the MLS Next, or whether that's me on the bottom of the totem pole running a rookies program, which is just a recreational program. We always want to put our best foot forward. And there are really high standards there. Not necessarily it's a high stress job, but just putting your good foot forward, not going on your phone, all this little minimal stuff. And then on to roles and duties. Oh, back. Sorry about that. So my title again, Assistant Director of Leagues and Club Programming. Um, excuse me. What my roles and duties are. Number one, be prepared to run sessions across three different programs. The STAR program, which is Introduction to Competitive Soccer. It's 5 to 7 years old. Um, Essentially, it's trying to introduce kids into the club at a higher level than what is the rookies program, which is also like 5 to 7, but they also have just recreational programs for up to about 13. There's no stakes there. They still play games, all kinds of stuff like that. But that we pluck the best players from that rookies program, put them in the star program, and give them more technical footwork. We give them more opportunity to play, more exposure to higher level coaches, higher level training sessions, stuff like that. And then I also work technical training, which is footwork sessions for all players of the club. So that's from the kids in the star program all the way to kids up that play in MLS Next, which is the feeder team into St. Louis City. I field marshal, which is overseeing league games, making sure that they run on time, and deal with issues as they arise, whether that's ignorant fans have had to kick fans out of games, coaches as well. Severe injuries, had to call the ambulance before, and then bad weather. If I am outside, we have an air horn, and you honk the air horn, everybody gets off, and it's 30 minutes per strike of lightning. Then I have to be able to get staff members where they need to be for programs to make sure they understand the curriculum for that particular program or event. I mean, I could go way further into depth into roles and duties at a smaller level, but essentially, these same things kind of embody the things that I do. My goals for the internship: number one, become more comfortable running programs. Number two, be a better communicator with staff. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I'm sorry. Be a better communicator with staff, parents, and players. Three, take on a new challenge. Sorry, work in a new program, coach a team, whatever. Four, become better managing my time both at the internship and outside of it with other jobs, school, and life. Um, Essentially, at the bottom line, I just kind of wanted to step out of what I did last year. A lot of it was the same. I ain't gonna, lie to you. I kind of wanted to just step into new things, and I keep telling myself that I need to be better at time management, need to be more organized and stuff like that. We'll talk later about how that went. So did I achieve my goals? So I'd say, yeah, I definitely became more comfortable running programs without doubt. I ran basically every program I worked which my supervisors greatly appreciated because they didn't have to be there. Um, it's nice, like being held accountable and like being trusted and stuff. I take a lot of pride in that. So I was happy with that. And then I did coach a few teams in different games. I did not take one fully as my own. I'd step in when somebody needed it. And that was cool. And that's a completely different experience than like working in the programs or like running leagues and stuff. It's like actually like being, on the sideline, making substitutions, like kind of like actually like having like a tactical like um opinion on the game and stuff. And that was cool because I didn't really necessarily get to do that before. And then I still definitely struggle with time management. I began using my calendar on my phone, which is slowly improving it. Um, I don't know why it is that I don't like to write stuff down or stuff. I mean, I always get where I gotta go. Okay, not always, but most of the time. But yeah, definitely planner be a good thing, good investment for me. So what did I learn? Takeaways, be reliable. People are going to give you more opportunities. If you show up, just every single time you put your best foot forward, you put a smile on your face, you do what they ask, you can climb that ladder pretty quick. Um, sorry, I was trying to move the bar on my screen so I could read it. So I said communication, whether it's good or bad, because essentially no communication leads to problems. If you don't tell somebody that something went wrong, it's not going to get fixed if you don't know how to fix it yourself. So just own up to it and learn, which leads into further points. Don't be afraid to try new things. You may like it and want to do it more. You may hate it. You may never want to do it again, but at least you don't know that you want it. But at least you know you don't want to do something like that again. So you can, get that out of your way and never try to do an internship like that or a job like that again. Um, Fourth point, mistakes are meant to be made. Make them, learn, and then don't repeat them. It's all good making a mistake, but if you make it four times, then, I, you know, what's the point in making it? Um, Always be prepared for any situation. Just have enough equipment, which is the sixth one. Make sure to have adequate amount of equipment. Sometimes I'd be running a program or whatever, and I was expected 15 kids and 25 show up. You got to have enough soccer balls. You got to have enough bibs. You got to have enough cones, stuff like that. So you bring extra, and you're prepared for whatever. Um, Growth of my career. So I got offered a job to be full time at the end of my internship. I'm not sure if that's what I want. It's great to have that opportunity because I can use that leverage for other jobs as well. I networked and met so many different people from college students my age. A couple people from Lindenwood worked there, and that was a cool experience because like I knew them from when they were D2 and then they got D1 this year and like talking about that like jump from D2 soccer to D1 soccer was cool. And then I also met the head coach of St. Louis City when they were up there prior to moving down to Union Station. So that was cool. Um, I've met XFL players, I've met ex pros, I've met ex, All Americans, stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of people at Leaf Hughes intertwined in some bigger things. And then I learned a lot about myself through trying new things and figuring out the things I like and I don't like. Um, and I said I was excited to like coach those teams and stuff and everything, but I would never want a team of my own, talking to too many parents, too many emails, stuff like that. Don't want that. What would I tell my younger self? Live in the moment, but do things for the betterment of your future. I think I'm a very forward-looking person. I was always trying to do like the next thing, and I think I felt like I didn't cherish some of the moments I've had. Just not necessarily just in this internship, just in life itself. Um, if you're uncomfortable, don't just quit. Persevere and overcome adversity. I quit a lot of things growing up and stuff, and like I look back and I'm like the situation wasn't that bad. I could have gotten out of it. Like, I just wasn't happy playing like soccer senior year and I quit. And then, I mean, I ended up getting called, coach called me back. He's like, hey, come back or whatever. And I mean, we got second in state and stuff. I had a big impact. So, I, I'm not justifying like quitting or anything. and I quit volleyball senior year, and I kind of regret that. I was like, I need money, I need to work, but like, you don't, money's not everything. I'm really trying to tell myself that. And then have a better mindset. Don't just assume you aren't going to like something. Try it and form your own opinion after. And that goes for everything outside of an internship as well. Advice for incoming students: start participating in internships early. Just ask Dr. Placke. She knows so many people in and out of state. Do and try things you haven't done. Step outside of your comfort zone. Again, you might like it and you want to do more. You might not like it. You never got to do it again, and you don't got to take that time doing it again. Stay on top of everything: assignments, internships, jobs, etc., and time management. The last two tie in. Advice for current students: make sure you're always in or looking for internships. Do as many as possible. I didn't get that opportunity. I got in the program late, and then I'm graduating a semester early, which I can't complain about that. But just being one every semester, they count as classes. Like, you know, um, there's no reason not to do them, and they're definitely a lot better experience in a classroom. No offense to any professor I've ever had at Ohms or any teacher I've ever had growing up. Be intentional with your internships and classes. Make them worth your time. Do not just go through the motions. If you take an internship, be the best at that internship. Don't just show up and just do your thing. Be memorable, stuff like that. And you should always be looking into what is next. Advice about sport management program: take every single class Dr. Bliss offered. I did definitely learn more on how to better time her class compared to our classes. It's very interactive. She's very flexible. And our classes are ever changing. If something big comes up, we talk about that in the sport industry. Again, do as many internships as possible. They do count for class credits. Go on trips. I've heard they're great. I never went on any. Again, just thought of work and just life hits you. But I think that's one of the other things that I was talking about, live in that moment. Go do those things. They make payment plans and stuff like that. Go do it. Go to the Super Bowl. Go to All-Star games. Go to NCAA tournament. That's stuff people dream about. My conclusion for Luffy's athletic, at least, um, is that Leafy's Athletic provided me with great opportunities and experience that have grown my career and helped me with future endeavors. The lessons I've learned through my two internships with Leafy is Athletic are unmatched, and hopefully I can carry them out on my next challenges. I couldn't thank the people at Leafy's enough. I've worked there for 5 years now, and I got these internships out of them where I actually got to step into bigger roles and do more. And you know, I am really grateful for it. I'll get that opportunity to tell them. But further outside of my internship, just make sure you guys are intentional with what you do, and you don't waste your years of college, because I feel like I did that a couple of years. So I just say just be intentional with what you do, have fun along the way, and that'll be good stuff. So thank you. Let's see if I stop this recording.